Alright guys, we have seen one video from Jordi about a week ago, and this right here is the top 5 biggest mistakes you can make during the TBC pre-patch that we are all very likely playing at this time.
With the TBC pre-patch arriving soon, I've had so many people, including my own guildies, tell me how they feel like it's too late and that there's not enough time to prepare anymore. And I'm here to tell all of y'all, you're wrong and it's going to be okay. You have so much time to prepare before the Dark Portal opens. However, it's not too late to make some pretty big mistakes until TBC launch. And I want to help prevent all of y'all from doing that. In this video, we'll go over the 5 biggest mistakes you can make during the TBC pre-patch and before TBC launches. 2 things though before we get started. This information is more tailored towards the boosted level 60 or a fresh level 60. However, there is a lot of important information for those of us who have played through Anniversary from start to finish and are.
This is great because pretty much all of my characters, except for my mage that I'm not playing anyway, are boosted characters or fresh level 60s. So the more information I can get towards fresh level 60s, the better.
Pretty geared. And then second, make sure you like the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel for all WoW related content. And with that being said, let's get started. So first, the biggest mistake you can make for the TBC pre-patch is buying the profession leveling kits from people in major cities. These are scams. Now they will give you everything you need and the price.
No, don't say that, man. Come on, dude. This is such an easy way to make gold, to just sell kits and charge an upsell. To be fair though, he's gonna say they're scams because they're charging that upsell, and while that's true, they're selling a convenience. That is what the service is, right? You're selling a convenience. Anybody could just look at any profession leveling guide out there and buy the materials themselves, but what these packages are selling is the convenience of not having to look at those guides, not buying the materials in those stacks. And yeah, like sometimes the stacks you need, you might not be able to buy all of them. So for example, let's say you need 9 of an item, and the only things on the auction house is 3 singles, and then stacks of 20. So you can buy 3, but you need 9. Or you can buy 20 and have 11 left over.
Might seem like it's appropriate. However, you want to save money before TBC, not spend money. And you will not only save money, you will make money leveling professions, especially gathering professions. Remember, you have 3 weeks.
Yeah, and speaking of gathering, by the way, if you're doing mining in the pre-patch like I'm doing, you can pretty much smelt all the way from 1 skill to max. And for the most part, you actually end up making a profit while doing so. Or at least you get the gold back. But like, bars are still in huge demand, and even though yes, ores are in demand as well, I'm just saying like ores and bars are both gonna be in huge demand, and sometimes people are going to pay you for having spent the time of processing those ores into bars. Even if it's minimal payment, it might be a small payment. So you can actually level up mining, buy smelting, and make gold while doing so. Which is kinda nuts.
Before the Dark Portal opens. That's plenty of time to get your professions maxed out. And if you're a recent or boosted level 60, chances are you're still on a 60% mount. You do not want to be on that mount leveling up in the Outland. You want to be on a fast mount. And if you already have a fast mount, you have to save up that money for your epic flying mount. Guys, trust me, the regular slow flying mount is not enough.
My instinct is telling me that people that spend money on a boost are not the people who will be farming their own mats to level professions. No, they will not. Absolutely not. Those people, like, if you're already one of those people that buy a boost, are you gonna tell me you're gonna spend like 10, 15, 20 hours picking flowers in the open world? The people that are buying those boosts are already the people that will also maybe buy gold and then just spend that gold on the materials on the auction house. They're paying for convenience, right?
You will not be happy with that. I tested that out in the PTR.
You're absolutely correct.
It feels like you're RP walking in the sky. It's not a good feeling. Save your money now for.
Yeah, dude, like I already have enough gold saved up to get epic flying on 2 characters, and I'm at least gonna have it on 1, very likely 2 anyway, because slow flying is so slow in TBC, man. I kinda, at the same time, like, there's a part of me that wishes we had the quality of life from Wrath pre-patch of getting 150% flying, but at the same time, like, I have enough gold for epic flying, so it's cool to me that I can move so much faster than the slow boys. But yeah, like 60% flying. It's so bad. Swift flying is so much better. You really want to have it, yeah.
Epic
Big
flying.
difference.
When I leveled up mining on my warrior like a few months ago, I made like 300 to 400 gold doing so. And if you're leveling up jewel crafting or blacksmithing or engineering as your other profession with that, then you're also gathering all the materials you need for that second profession. You don't need to spend your money in the pre-patch. Save your money and don't support the more than likely gold sellers that are selling those profession kits anyway. Now, if you're really worried that leveling up like mining or skinning is going to be super hard during the pre-patch because everyone's going to be doing it, it's too competitive, because I love y'all, I'm going to give y'all a super helpful tip on how to make sure you can do it fast. So you can just layer hop. You can see right now, I am on a channel that's designed to move you layers. Just type /join layer and you will join this channel, and you just type in layer and somebody.
Yeah, you can do a /join layer, and then you can type layer 1, layer 2, or layer 1, 2, 3, and they just invite you to whatever layer is currently available to you. Or download the auto layer add-on. That way you are both inviting people that want layers, and you can use it to jump layers as well by pressing a single button. It's honestly quite a good add-on. I've been using it a bit in Anniversary.
Will invite you. If you don't want to join that channel, you can just do it in LFG as well. I'm going to click this invite and watch.
You might want to double check that time, Crover. We just checked that out like 15 minutes ago. I'll check it out again after this video. You might want to take a double check on that.
Brand new layer. There's going to be way more layers during the pre-patch, and I guarantee you there will be at least one open layer wherever you are doing your gathering profession at. Right now there's 4. I don't want to guess and be wrong how many layers will be active during the pre-patch, but there will be more than 4. I did this my entire time leveling mining, so you should do this too for your open world professions. Next, it's really easy to make some mistakes for raiding in the pre-patch, especially if you need to get a tune still, which you probably will be if you're on a fresh or boosted level 60. Think about what raids you actually want to do. Do you want to go through the time to do the Onyxia attunement? Probably not, especially if you're Horde and you have to find Rexar 3 times. It's annoying once. Doing it 3 times is insane. I hated doing that. Blackwing Lair and Molten Core have incredibly easy attunements. The quest is just right outside their respective instances. You kill the Quartermaster to loot an item for Blackwing Lair and do 1 run of Upper Blackrock Spire. And then for Molten Core, you talk to the High Elf at the bottom of Blackrock Mountain, do a jump run of Blackrock Depths, and you're attuned. So those are 2 really easy ones to get attuned fast when TBC pre-patch hits. Now for Naxxramas, this one's a little different. So it requires reputation. I think you need to be at least honored. I know you can get the quest at friendly, but it requires you to be honored at least to turn the attunement in. But it also requires materials that can be expensive. Now I checked the auction house recently, and arcane crystals are around 30 to 25 gold, nexus crystals are around 11, and righteous orbs roughly around 30-ish. But for honored, it's
many of these prices, by the way, are probably going to change in the pre-patch. It just depends. Some of these will be impacted a little bit by jewel crafting. I mean, not the ones showing on screen here, but like gems in general. Arcane crystals might go up in price. Righteous orbs might both go up and down in price, depends a little bit, right? A lot of people will be doing strat and a Skolo while leveling from 58 to 60, and likewise, a lot of people might be enchanting their rank 14 weapons with Crusader for TBC as well. So supply might go up a little bit, demand might go up a little bit, prices might not change, or they might change. We'll see.
5 arcane crystals, 2 nexus crystals, and 1 righteous orb. So think to yourself, do I really want to do Naxxramas on my fresh tune? Is it worth? I know it might be fun, but what matters more to you? Saving your gold for TBC proper or playing during the TBC pre-patch? If you have time, then do it. Farm that stuff for Naxxramas. But if you're trying to save up money, then you might just want to forego Naxxramas and save that gold for TBC. Raids that don't require an attunement are AQ40, AQ20, and Zul'Gurub. I would suggest going into the 20-mans first, especially if you're fresh or a boosted tune. They are not too hard, they only require 20 people, and there's some really great loot.
And you can also pick up the quest before going there, and either you can hand it in as a part of your pre-questing, so hand it in when TBC comes out for massive experience, or you can hand it in during the pre-patch to gear up as well. I think Set G has like 2 quests you can do in addition to doing the raid, that gives you some good starter loot. It's honestly not the best loot in general, of course it's quest loot, but it's better than nothing, and very likely way better than the communal gear you have on a boosted character.
Gonna want to get the heart of a car from the last boss of ZG, or the head of Osirian from the last boss of...
But like, the thing is, when it comes to gearing though, just do PvP. PvP is gonna be such a good way to gear up in the pre-patch.
Of AQ20. The former gives you a nice trinket, except for physical DPS. Sorry, it's not that great. You'll probably want to skip this one. And the latter gives you a really strong necklace that everybody will want. These were kind of blown off by...
There will be some people doing Nax, by the way, because some of the Nax gear is actually level 70 pre-best in slot. So like, you do have an incentive to do Nax Ramus if you are boosting a character right now that you intend to main in TBC. There are some really good items in Nax. The only problem is the amount of people wanting those items. So you will see a lot of Nax runs, by the way, with certain items hard reserved because they are pre-best in slot for level 70. So you will have a boosty boy doing Nax, being semi-carried by some friends or guildmates. They're hard reserving an item for this boosty boy, and yeah, there's going to be a lot of competition for those specific items that are really good in TBC, right? But for most people, just do PvP and you are fine. But if you're a super sweat lord, then obviously some Nax items are really strong, and people know this, which is why they're happening in the first place. Also, just to reply to a comment here, thought on Shaman demand in TBC Solheim. I really enjoy your YouTube content, by the way. Yo, thank you for the compliment, and also I think it's gonna be just great. It might not be the same demand as TBC Classic the first time, but you will still need Shamans. Shaman healers are the best healers. You will want to have an elemental shaman, and you also want to have at least 1 enhancement. So I can see maybe going from having 6 shamans down to 4, for example. But yeah, like there's still gonna be a demand for shamans, absolutely. Every melee group wants to have an enhancement. Likewise, casters kinda wanna have an elemental as well. Or at least a shaman in their group for the totems.
Most classes. The heart of a card trinket was good for casters. No one else really wanted that. But going into the pre-patch, everyone's going to want to fill a trinket slot, and the head of Osirian is a really easy necklace slot to fill. Now, physical DPS like warriors, don't worry. We'll go over how to get really easy trinkets later in this video. But yeah, guys, those two 20-mans offer really good loot that'll help you out when you cross over to the Outland. So this next topic is the whole reason why I wanted to make this video in the first place. And that's going over what to do with your marks of honor and honor points, or rather what not to do with them. So I know that all of us are going to be spamming BGs the moment we boost our character to get as much free rank 4.
Yeah, we are. I'm doing the same. Well, not the moment that I boost. I'll be doing PvP in the weekends mostly. I'm trying to double dip on every single game that I can, so we have double honor in the pre-patch. That's lovely by itself. But we also have 3 battleground weekends, so I'll be doing a lot of my PvP during those weekends. So my plan is to level up a Draenei Shaman in the weekdays, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I'll do PvP. Just to like... That way I don't do PvP all the time, because then I would be so bored of PvP eventually, you know? It's a great way to just spice it up.
14 gear as possible before the Dark Portal opens. However, I do think that's kind of a trap, because I want you to think about what else you could spend your marks of honor and honor points on. And this all depends on how much time you have during the pre-patch. Do you want to fill out your level 60 character with PvP gear and weapons, or do you want to get some really easy pre-biz gear as soon as you hit level 70 in TBC proper? And what I mean by that is there is a whole set of armor for each class spec and role at level 70 that only requires honor points and marks of honor. It's rare item level 115 gear, and it's really strong pre-raid gear. There's also some epic level gear that doesn't require a...
Am I the only one who thinks it's so weird, by the way, that people are like using item level and gear score in Classic WoW right now? Not saying everybody does, and I think most people still don't, but hearing him say item level right now, to me in Classic WoW, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know if that's a good or a bad item level. To me, item level is a retail, and gear score is like Wrath plus. Wrath, Cataclysm, Mist of Pandaria, or at least Wrath and Cataclysm, that's when I use the gear score. In Classic WoW and TBC, I just look at the gear. I've never thought about item level or gear score at all. It's such a foreign concept to me, to look at gear score and item level. To me, the first time I ever heard about gear score was in Wrath. So to me, it's a Wrath thing. And item level is retail.
Arena points either, with the bracers, belt, boots, and necklace slots. Some of these are your ultimate pre-raid BIS options, especially if you're a tank, because that resilience contributes to our crit immunity. So really think about how much time you have to farm honor points and marks of honor. Do you have enough time to do both, where you can max out your character in full epic level PvP gear while also being honor capped and capping out all your marks of honor before TBC launches? Or do you only have time for one? Figure out what's more important to you. And while we're talking about that, remember there's also a lower item level set of the epic set that's blue gear that has almost all the same stats, just less of it, and being half the price of the epic gear. And if you didn't know this, these set bonuses for the epic versus the blue gear are inverted. In the epic 2 set bonus, it's the plus 20 stamina, while the 6 set bonus is the damage set bonus. But for the blue gear, the 2 set bonus is the damage bonus and the 6 set bonus is the stamina bonus.
Oh, so you actually get the bonus way sooner if you only have the blue gear then. So if you don't have enough time to do a lot of PvP, what you might want to do is just get a rank 14 weapon and at least 2 set of the blue items, right, to get the 2 set bonus. Because that 2 set bonus is kinda natty, man.
Some cases, you might just want to get the 2 set blues if you can't afford to get all of the PvP gear. And my recommendation is to get your weapons first and then the gear, because weapons are really hard to come by in Classic. So really think about what you want to do with your honor points and marks of honor before TBC launches. This next topic is not that big of an issue, but it can save you money and it can save you time. And that's your trinket slot options. If you are freaking out about filling out your trinket slots before you cross through the
One thing I want to say before he says it, so I can take credit for it, is that if you want to have a good trinket in the TBC pre-patch, and you don't want to spend any gold or whatever he's going to look at right here, there's a quest from the High Chief of, where is he again? Like, High Chief of Westfall, all the way over here. He drops a crudely written log if you've done the Empty Winterfall Fire Flask, Firewater Flask quest chain. If you've done that one, he drops a crudely written log, or something like that, like that name. And this one gives you a trinket that gives you 50 attack power, or I think it was 30 spell power, between 25 and 30 spell power. So you either get spell power or 50 attack power. That trinket is really good, by the way. So yeah, get that one.
Dark Portal, don't worry about it. You just need one, because you get a really amazing trinket in Hellfire Peninsula from the Overlord's quest chain. These trinkets on use ability.
Dude. Blade Fist's Breath, that is such a good trinket, by the way. Well, to be fair, they're all good trinkets here.
Compared to some of our phase 5 and 6 BIS trinkets, so you don't need to worry about filling out that second trinket slot. And for warriors or physical DPS who can't find one trinket slot, all you need to do is either Maxwell's Mission if you're Alliance, or Warlord's Command if you're Horde, and that requires clearing out Lower Blackrock Spire and looting the final boss. I can't pronounce his name very well. Wormthalak? I think it's like Wormthalak, right? Now, Alliance don't need to do Maxwell's Mission, but you might as well do it because the quest rewards are pretty nice and will replace whatever you're wearing. But this leads you to do,
or just do the Winter Spring one that I talked about for 50 attack power.
Upper Blackrock Spire, which gives out 3 really nice trinket slot options. And once you get one trinket, you're going to get your second trinket almost ASAP in Hellfire Peninsula. So don't waste time or gold, and don't freak out about not having a second trinket on your level 60. And if you're really worried about that second trinket slot, then you can get the carrot on a stick from the Zul'Farrak instance. And in TBC, you don't need to farm the Mallet of Zul'Farrak to summon the boss. This is a 3% increased mount speed trinket and will be very helpful while you're leveling in the Outland. And the final mistake you can make before TBC launches is not studying up on which quests are important in TBC. There are so many quests in the Burning Crusade that give out amazing loot. And like I just mentioned, even one at level 60 gives a trinket that you might use in your first couple of Karazhans. You do not want to make the wrong choice on a quest item because some of them are crucial towards your class and spec. And as a bonus, you do not want to not subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be making a video that goes over all of the most important quests and quest rewards in the Burning Crusade. Because if you're a red paladin...
Yeah, honestly, I'm looking forward to that video. Yeah. When that video comes out, we're checking it out instantly, by the way. I'm planning on questing quite a little bit in TBC, even though I know everyone is saying, just dungeon farm, bro. And I don't have an active 5-man pre-made that I'll be dungeon farming with. So for me, if I'm pugging dungeons, I will very likely just end up doing way less dungeons by default. If I do happen to find a group to do dungeons with, I'll probably do quite a few of them. But my plan is just do dungeons whenever I can, otherwise I'm questing. So if it's anything like TBC the first time, I'll be questing quite a bit. And I don't mind, I like questing. But I do want to know like which quests I should focus on to get the best rewards possible, and basically not waste time, you know?
Or any physical DPS, there are some bait choices that you cannot go back on if you pick the wrong one. But that's it from me, you guys. Leave a comment down below if you think I missed any crucial mistakes you can make during the TBC.
I think you missed one thing, and that is the trinket that I've been referring once or twice here. It's called something. I have it in a different video on my main channel that is coming out tomorrow. But it's basically the one from Winter Spring, where you can get 50 attack power, and all you have to do is go through a really quick quest chain, which most people probably have done anyway if you've been questing while you're leveling, so chances are you already have done the requirements, and then you just kill High Chief Winterfall and get 50 attack power trinket, or a similarly useful spell power trinket. It's really, really fast. But that's the only thing. Other than that, incredibly useful video.
TBC pre-patch. This video is more tailored to those who are trying to be as efficient as possible. If you're just trying to have fun, brother, have fun. Play the pre-patch. It's gonna be a fun little arcade mode. Have fun in the pre-patch. Have fun in TBC. I burnt myself out in 2021 because my guild forced me to speed level, and it wasn't it. I did not like TBC in 2021 because of that. So I'm not making that same mistake again. I might dungeon crawl, but it'll be my choice, right? I won't be forced into doing it. But don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Thanks for the nice hair comments too on my other video. It made me feel good.
Dude, yo, he does have a good hairstyle, holy. I'm just gonna say, looking mighty handsome there, dude.
And I'll see y'all either in my next video or on my streams, twitch.tv/JerdyGD.
Yep. Alright, there we go. Yeah. Those are some good advice for the TBC pre-patch, man. Honestly, I can't wait to play TBC, but until then, we're gonna have a blast in the pre-patch itself. As I am saying this, I'm over here farming some herbs, picking some flowers, trying to skill up my professions, you know?